HORAS. I know what I did. I stopped you from destroying the world.
I was not destroying the world. When you disrupted my ritual, the magical energies pulled me here, into the Fade.
Okay, so that's why you're here. But why am I here?
Your physical body is unconscious, but you shed a few drops of blood at the ritual site. Enough for a tenuous connection.
Blood magic?
Firstly, I abhor the use of blood magic. Secondly, had I the power to control you, I would already have used it.
All right, you brought me here to talk. What are we talking about?
The Evanuras, or as you would call them, the Elven Gods. The creatures that escaped. In ancient times, they ruled the elves, but that was not enough. They sought not just to be obeyed, but to be worshipped. When I rebelled, they drew on the horrific magic of the Blight, corrupting all they saw until I trapped them. Thanks to you, though, I am now trapped, and the blighted Elven Gods walk free.
Thanks to me. I wasn't the one performing the big ritual to free them.
Free them? My mortal enemies. I was ensuring that they would never escape their prison.
You were tearing down the veil.
I had a plan.
Varric always said you'd have a big explanation for why none of this was your fault.
Varric?
Yeah, he said that's your style. Never quite lies, clever half-truths that let you convince yourself you're doing the right thing. He tried to talk to you anyway, and now he's hurt.
Varric is quite practiced at shading the truth himself.
So those things that got out, you said they were gods?
They said they were gods. Blighted, tyrannical, sadistic gods. It took all my power to imprison them millennia ago, but I am certain you will be fine.
That's really helpful. What are you, the elven god of sarcasm?
Lies, treachery, and rebellion, depending upon the story. And how could I help? I do not have my ritual dagger. I cannot access my network of mirrors to travel from the lighthouse to anywhere in the world. All I can offer is what I know.
Helpful advice from the elven god of, and I am quoting you here, lies, treachery, and rebellion.
Depending on the story. Elganan and Gillenane are your problem to solve. This is your responsibility now.
Why tear down the veil?
Listen.
You have no idea what you have done. This is your responsibility now.
Well, look who's still with us.
Varric, you're okay. But I saw Solus stab you. You fell.
Trust me, kid. I've had worse. It'll take more than a flesh wound to stop me. Don't think I'll be making it out to the field anytime soon, though.
What happened?
I did my best to talk sense into Solus, but of course, he wasn't listening. He never does.
The plan did go a little wrong.
Yeah. Harding got everyone out. By the skin of her teeth, mostly. Before you start worrying, Nev will be fine. She's apparently a lot tougher than both of us put together. Or, at least, she's a lot tougher than me.
Varric, when we stopped the ritual, something else got out. Something even Solus is afraid of.
You've got this, Rook. World's not flooded with demons right now. Because you stopped Solus, not me.
Varric, even so, I need you to...
Rook, you've got this. I've seen your work. Like the expedition where you lost that invaluable map, but saved your friends. There's a reason I dragged you into this whole Solus mess. You're clever, adaptable, and you don't know when to quit.
Rook, look who's awake. I've been searching the place for Lyrian potions. Didn't mean to intrude.
Not at all. I was just about to have a look around.
Oh, be careful if you go outside, Rook. It is a long way down. The Alluvian led us into something, and it's in the Fade. Because that's what we needed. The dream world.
Then I really need to look around.
Can't hurt. In theory. And we need to talk about our next move. Maybe find Harding? She went outside somewhere. There's a table in the central area here. I'll meet you both there.
Go ahead, Rook. Me, I need to sleep. See you later, kid.
Eu comprei a edição Deluxe. Eu lembro dessa armadura do Dragon Age Origins. É, bem nostálgico. Que indecisão.
Rook, you're awake. And we're...
In the Fade.
This is where people come when they dream, but dwarves don't dream. And somehow I'm here.
Yeah, it's unreal. Nev thought we should talk about what to do next.
We should. But maybe look around a little. We might be here a while. It wasn't supposed to go this way. What do we do now? What do we do?
Harding?
Oh, hey, Rook. How's it going?
Harding, are you doing all right?
I don't know. Are you? Is anyone? Anyway, it doesn't matter how I'm doing. What are we gonna do about this mess? We were going to go back through the Illuvian, right? Let's start with that. As soon as we can.
You know, you can take some time to just...
Now you sound like Varric. Varric and I started this, and I can't stop. Not now. Don't ask me to. So, come get me when you're ready to go. All right?
Wisps. Figures are in the fate, but I swear they're following me.
You all right?
Strange place you've fallen into, but I'll work with it. You know me.
Do I?
I know Varric wanted you for the job. You know the same about me.
I made a call that got you injured right after we met.
I'll be fine. You trusted me for the job, and I delivered. That's what counts. If we're stuck in this, let's hope you can trust me again.
Of course I do. We're a team.
Is this how fast you trust anyone? Should I be touched or worried?
You take a lot of notes. What about?
Lately, what we know, or knew, before Solus changed the game.
And it's...
Not much. I'm sure Lace would hate to hear that, but one step at a time.
Not much isn't going to save the world. This will get worse before it gets better.
The question is, how?
Cheerful.
That's what I'm here for. So, we stopped the ritual.
And Varric paid the price.
Hey. Varric made his choice to go talk with Solus. He knew the risks. We all did.
And now Solus is gone. And we're here. Wherever here is. Besides in the Fade.
Solus called it the lighthouse.
He did? When?
In my head, Solus showed up while I was out cold to gripe about his breakings ritual.
He's mad about us destroying his ritual?
Sounded like it. When the ritual went wrong, he ended up trapped in some kind of prison.
You're sure that wasn't just a dream? It's a reasonable reaction.
Solus can speak with people in their dreams. Even kill them.
I'm not in danger. He can only barely reach me. I bled a little when I got knocked out.
So Solus is using blood magic, like any normal mage would to play with your mind.
But he's not a normal mage, like I told you. He's an elven god.
Putting together a nice ritual doesn't make him a god.
I worked with the Veil Jumpers. We study ancient elven artifacts, and we've learned a lot of the history. The ancient elves were so powerful that their artifacts are still dangerous thousands of years later. And they're gods. They might not literally be gods, but I can only imagine how powerful they are.
All right, well, we've stopped the ritual, and there doesn't seem to be an immediate danger. For now. You're certain Solus can't use blood magic to affect your mind?
I'm not certain of anything. But we're not out of danger.
What do you mean?
Solus had two of the other elven gods imprisoned. When he got trapped, they escaped.
So those things we saw come out of the Fade when the ritual went wild, those are...
Elganan and Gillenane, two of the ancient elven gods that Solus rebelled against. They're our next target.
So we set our sights on a pair of elven gods. Like it's easy.
Who else is gonna do it? If they're loose, they need killing.
They were evil tyrants who enslaved their people. We need to stop them.
Solus says Elganan and Gillenane drew on the Blight for power and became corrupted. That was when he imprisoned them.
So instead of one god running around, we have two. And they're not just powerful, they're blighted.
We need to get out there and stop them.
Just like that. We're down a man without Varric. We can't just rush in.
I know you're hurt, Nev. But the rest of us need to do something.
I'll be ready to fight when it's time, but we need to investigate, then figure out what we're dealing with.
And how many more people will get hurt, get killed, while we spend time investigating?
If Elganan and Gillenane are worse than Solus, we don't have time to waste. We need to act now.
We don't know what they can do or what they want. We don't even know if Solus is telling the truth.
I'm not saying we go in blind. This time, if we see a shot, we take it.
All right. The last place we saw them was the ritual site.
The Illuvian took us here from the ritual site, instead of back to Minrathous.
Then let's hope it takes us back.
Nev, are you okay to go?
It's a headache. I've worked with worse.
All right then. Let's get back to the ritual site.
The Illuvian has its own special room. It's just down the stairs.
For all we know, there's a dozen demons waiting on the other side of that Illuvian.
If it even takes us back to Arlefin.
Nev, you sure you're up for this?
Don't worry about me. Shall we?
Let's do this.
It's quiet. Well, isn't that a surprise?
There's the ritual site. But if the gods really did get out, they're not here anymore.
Right, let's take a look around and see if we can find...
Shut it down!
I'm trying! It's not working! I can't contain it!
Strife. Irilyn.
What are you doing back in Arlington?
A long story.
Isn't it always with you? And did I hear you're going by Rook now?
Nev, this is Strife and Irilyn. They're veil jumpers like me. Experts in elven magic. I worked with them before Harding and Varric recruited me.
Hardly experts. I should have been able to shut that artifact down. I'm sorry, Tarith.
It's not your fault. Since the sky ripped open, the magic's been surging. Bunch of artifacts that had been dormant for centuries started coming alive. This is because of Finn Harel's, sorry, Solus's ritual, isn't it? Thought you were supposed to stop him. Or did unforeseen complications lead to unforeseen consequences? Again.
Will you let it go? Yes, the map was destroyed, but everyone walked out of there alive.
I told you to wait.
If I'd waited for you to make a copy, people would have died.
So you ran off on your own, and now we've lost the only way of navigating back to that site. We lost the work put into it, everything we uncovered, and everything we hadn't.
Solus's ritual. You stopped it?
Sky's not ripping itself apart anymore, is it?
All right. You stopped Solus. So why is Arlington neck deep in wild magic?
Solus was dragged into the Fade when we interrupted his ritual, but something else got out.
Someone else, supposedly. Elganon and Gillenane.
Mithalanast. Two of the elven gods of old. The Evanuris.
Shit. If they're back in the world, that explains a lot.
So Elganon and Gillenane are loose. Which means what?
You thought Solus was bad. He's a bit of a bastard, true. But next to them, let's just say they weren't known for their kindness.
There's a reason Solus led a rebellion against the Evanuris, and a reason he imprisoned them.
Of all the ancient things to unearth, of course it had to be two of the Evanuris. And of course it had to be you that unearthed them.
Tarith is in bad shape. We need to get him back to the camp.
We've still got dozens of veil jumpers unaccounted for.
How can we help?
We need to find Belara Lute. She's the best there is at working with our ancient artifacts.
And also at blowing them up.
She was off looking for another artifact before this ritual shook everything loose. If anyone can get a handle on all this wild magic and the artifacts it's setting off, it'll be her.
Right, you get your friend back to your camp and... We'll find Belara.
Stay here with the veil jumpers. Harding and I can handle this.
Is that so?
That's so. If you're not at full strength, you're a liability we can't afford.
Fine. Your call.
We'll meet you back at the Veil Jumper camp. It's just south of here.
Belara's out near some elven ruins to the west. At least she was 3 days ago. I'd start your search there.
Good luck, Rook. And thank you.
been to this part of Arlathan before. This fog's strange.
It all feels a little off. Like, is that suit of armor moving? Gotcha. Oh, people. Where'd you come from?
Valara? Valara Luther. Strife and Irilyn sent us to find you.
Wait! Didn't you used to be a veil jumper? You left with Varric. What was your name?
Rook. At least that's the nickname Varric gave me.
Lace Harding.
Protocol is to wait a full week before they send anyone out to look for me. I've only been gone 3 days.
Well, the situation's changed. For the worse, unfortunately. The elven gods Elganan and Gillenane have escaped from Fen'Harel's prison. And it seems like they want to destroy the world.
Oh, yes, that is very much for the worse. Okay, wait. I need a second.
It's a lot to take in.
It does sort of explain a few things, though.
Like what?
The surge of raw magic in the area. These artifacts started waking up a while ago, but in fits and starts. One here, a couple there. Then, a couple of days ago, the sky split open. And now, raw magic. Thick as fog. Only a god, or gods, could have done that. There's something kind of exciting about it. And dangerous. Really dangerous. Dangerous enough that I was gonna head back to the Veil Jumper camp, but...
But what?
See that shimmer? That's a veil bubble. It's separating us from the rest of the real world, so to speak. You can only pass through it one way. Once you're in, you can't get out.
Strife and Irilyn said you're their best veil jumper. But that means you've got an idea.
Maybe. A bubble like that? There has to be something at the center that's generating it. Something powerful. If we can find it and remove it safely, I mean, the bubble itself should collapse.
And then we're back in reality?
I really, really hope so.
Well then, let's get going.
I've been trying to get to the artifact at the center of the bubble, but these magical constructs keep getting in the way.
We've handled our share of demons. A few dozen more shouldn't be a problem.
Spirits, not demons. They're animating those suits of armor. The armor's attuned to the artifact to protect it from threats.
Threats like us, I'm guessing.
Acabei de pegar madeira. Vamos ver se tem construções aqui.
Is that water just swirling into the air? I've never seen that kind of magical anomaly here before.
We call it the whirlpool. They're not usually this big, though.
What is this artifact we're looking for, exactly?
I have a couple of theories, but nothing definite. We might find some clues in the ruins, though.
Nice to find ruins that haven't been picked clean.
Most people are too afraid to go this deep into Arlathan, except us veil jumpers.
With how wild the magic's been here, I don't blame them.
Wow. I've never seen anything like this.
Wait, is this? No, it can't be. No, not here.
Can't be what?
We have to get over there. The artifact we're looking for must be inside.
What was this place?
Could have been a temple, could have been where they stored food. Judging by the sentinels, it's probably something important.
Are we just supposed to jump across?
Oh, no, we can make a bridge. There should be a power crystal somewhere nearby.
Got it.
Bring it over here and slot it in. And there we go. Easy.
Huh. That's a great trick.
Dá pra cair, será? Dá.
A resonance amplifier. It's drawing magic from the ring temple to this area. I need to shut it down before we can go up the path. But doing that will attract anything nasty that's hanging around.
We're ready.
Do jeito... Não dá pra ver o menu dos seus amigos, acho que não dá pra... Talvez dá pra abrir, né?
We got company. They're aiming for
magic energy. Path should be clear ahead.
Vaso verde tem poção.
Another sentinel construct. We'll have to take it down. Easy enough. But watch out. Whenever you see one, there's more nearby. Seeing these kinds of ruins never gets old.
Can anything here tell us what that artifact is?
I have a theory, but we're miles away from where that artifact should be.
Empurrar um. Será que tem a mesma mecânica do Dragon Age Inquisition? Tinham ou pularam lá no Inquisition?
It means I was right.
Right about what?
About where we are. Armor. I think I know what the artifact is.
Tem que lembrar que sempre que brilha vermelho, não dá pra dar parry nem nada, tem só que desviar.
So what kind of artifact shows up in an armory? A weapon?
An archive spirit.
What?
A creature of the Fade, bound to a crystal. Ancient elves use them to store knowledge and to help them dream. Methalinast. Darkspawn.
design mudou bastante do Darkspawn, né? Parece mais um Liz agora que qualquer outra coisa.
Darkspawn. Here. I never would have believed it. Until today.
Another one of those resonance amplifiers.
Get ready. Once I shut it down, the path ahead will remain blocked until the magic dissipates.
We've got your back. Got your back.
Seen Darkspawn this deep into Arlequin Forest before. As far as I know, it's never happened.
If the gods are blighted, like Solus claims, maybe they're communicating with the Darkspawn somehow. Directing them?
You saw those Darkspawn, though? Something was different about them.
And we'll stop them. Once we get out of this bubble.
Right. Let's get to that central temple. More Darkspawn! Right where you broke that wall.
Não vi os... Opa! Eu não não vi os monstros dropando muita coisa até agora.
Another resonance
Ou,
amplifier.
na verdade, não que eu tenha reparado, mas eu acho que eles não droparam nada.
Me too.
Me too.
Acho que vai ser potencialmente diferente daquilo que a gente tá acostumado nos outros Dragon Ages. Me acostumar com isso ainda, de selecionar o personagem ali.
We're close. I can feel it. Close. Feel it. Have you noticed something about the blight? Where it is, I mean? It's almost like it's feeding off the elven magic. It's like it's feeding off the elven magic.
Olha que interessante. Parece que tem no mapa o baúzinho. Tem um baúzinho no mapa com uma setinha pra cima. Como se desse pra subir.
If that building's what I think it is, then the alignment means we're here. This is it. This is where it was kept.
Where what was kept?
The archive spirit, or as the ancient elves called it, Nodis Thalin. It means the inevitability of knowledge.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? No, actually. The notes were never very clear on that. Plans to find it.
More constructs ahead.
The inner sanctum. We're getting closer.
Monstros também sabem dar parry pelo jeito.
Looks like this door is going to need a second power crystal.
Then let's go find one.
Another ballista. I bet we could use it to break through that wall. Another ballista.
Ali. Meu personagem tá descalço. Aquele momento.
All that's left is the Nossa. I have so many questions for it. How do
Pra
you
tirar
ask
aqui,
it
deve dar pra
questions?
tirar só no
It's an archive spirit. You'll see.
farol.
You'll see.
Não dá nem pra trocar os equipamentos dos amigos, dos companheiros. Um pouco diferente. Não sei se eu gostei disso, não. Eu acho que a customização completa, com bons equipamentos de todo mundo, eu acho que era uma parte importante do RPG, do Dragon Age como um todo.
Okay, here it is.
Bem,
The Nossa.
So we take it and we're good, right? We can head back.
Oh, I wish. No, it's a lot trickier than that.
Right. Because
então,
Darkspawn,
gente, eu
Demon...
vou encerrar essa parte rapidinho e já vem logo aí.